Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to discuss the 10th chapter. Okay, the name of the chapter is Corporate Social Responsibility. Okay, so what do you mean by corporate social responsibility? First of all, see, corporate social responsibility is a responsibility to empower people both socially and economically. Through empowering the people is the responsibility of the government. We must remember that the government is already a republic. Okay, it is a corporation at the national level. So the government is under the chapter of the people, governing the country with the assent of the people. Okay, the business corporation are the part of the larger whole that includes the government. Okay, just as a citizen has duties and also has a group of citizens, which is a business corporation has duties. Now see, now we all are the human beings, we are living in a society, right? In a society, we are also having such a certain kind of responsibilities. Okay, that responsibility we have to follow. Okay, without the responsibility, without following the responsibility, we are not able to live properly, because it's our moral duty to um, follow all the disciplines, all the rules and regulation which is formulated by the Indian Government Act. Okay, because we are living in our country. So each and every country is having their own rules and regulations, right? If you go to the European countries, they are having their own rules and regulation. If you go to the uh, Latin America or the United States of America, they are having their own rules and regulations, they are having their own responsibilities. Okay, so each and every country is having their own rules and regulation, they are having their own rules, and they're having their own responsibility. If you go to the African nation also, they're having their own rules and regulations. So each and every country is having their own rules and regulation. In the organization also, they are following the rules and regulation as per the organization point of view, because in the organization point of view, all the rules and regulation has been written down, has been mentioned. So what we have to do, we have to follow the rules and regulation as per the given act. Okay, now corporation who advocate that the business of corporation is to seek profits and increase shareholders value do not understand that they have to act like corporation. Now see, each and every company, their motto is to earn profit at any cost. Okay, profit earning is the main scenario for them. If they want to increase their profit, definitely, they will try to expand their business, they will try to increase their sales, due to which they can able to achieve the target which they are planning. But they should also have a responsibilities, social responsibility also, they should also have to look upon it. Okay, so that is also one of the important factor. Now, while following all these things, the one thing which they have to see is the proper responsibilities of CSR. Okay, now what do you mean by CSR? CSR is a corporate social responsibility, refers to the public business practice involving initiative that benefit society. Okay, now the continuing commitment by business to contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families, as well as of the community and societies at large. Okay, now if you look at the scenario of the corporate government, of the corporate organization, you can see that they are very much professionalism. They only look at the profit of the company, profit of the organization, but they don't figure out the social, environmental benefits for the public. They don't have they are not looking at that. They are also not looking at the labor conditions, right? I mean to say, the labor, those who are working for the organization. You also know that 90% of work is being formulated by the laborers. If the laborers is not available, definitely the business cannot be grow in a proper way. So the labor force is also important, and the government should also have to uh, give certain provisions for the laborers. But in the organization, they are not following the rules and regulation for the benefit of the laborers, which is not a good sign for the organization. Why it is so? Because laborers are facing a lot of problem. Now see, these debate have gained increasing importance from the last 2 decades with the expansion of globalization, privatization. Okay, now these all are the things that where we are facing the problems, and we should also have to know that we have to tackle all these problems, but we are not in a position to tackle all these problems. So So what we have to do? We have to let down certain rules and regulation which has been formulated by the Corporate Governance Act, and we have to follow such kind of act, due to which it is being compulsory for the organization to follow the strict rules and regulation which has been formulated for the labors, for the human rights, for the local stockholders or the shareholders, those who are investing in the company, right? Because sometimes they also face a losses. Why it is so? Because in the company's growth is not there. So the person, those who are investing in the shares of that company, of that particular company, they are facing the problem. So what we have to do? We have to solve such kind of problems as well. So the people, those who are investing in the company, they will not face any kind of losses. So what we have to do? We have to make certain provisions for this. Okay, this is also an important factor. Now, if you go further, we will see the upcoming parts. Okay. Now there are certain factors that we have to follow. Now, economical responsibilities. Okay, this is also an important factor for the responsibilities of CSR, that is the responsibility of corporate social responsibility. Okay, economical responsibilities, outlining of the responsibility of the company to make profit, serves the investors and the stockholders by providing them with the returns. There are many studies and outright accepted these responsibilities as a main and only responsibility of CSR. Now there are a lot of debate is going on this economical responsibilities, that certain business, they are just focusing on the profit motive. They are not following the rules and regulation as well. And for the benefit of the society, they are not doing anything. They are just focusing on the increasing of their profit. And due to which the people, those who are living in the organization, those who are doing job in the organization, they are also facing a problem, but the company is not looking at them. Okay, I mean to say, they are not getting a proper working condition. I mean, the working condition of that organization is not good, so they are facing the problem. So all this stuff are the important parameters that should be looked at by the social responsibilities, corporate social responsibilities. Now, the other thing I would like to tell you that what do you mean by corporation? First of all, see, corporation is a artificial person, and this sense may only earn artificial responsibilities, but business as a whole cannot be said to have a responsibilities even in large sense. Okay, the first step toward the clarity of examining the doctrine of the social responsibility of business is to ask preciously what it implies to whom. I mean to say, the organization, their motto, we also know what is the motto of them. Their motto is to maximize the profit. But the managers or managers till the shareholders and the workers, those who are working, they should get a proper working condition over there. I mean to say, the shareholders, those who are investing into the business, they should get a huge amount of returns. How it will be happen? Just because by having a proper maintenance and implementation of the rules and regulations, then only they can able to survive in the business. Now the next point that we have to discuss about the legal responsibilities. See, these are the responsibility of the companies to abide by the laws or the spirit of laws, conducted its business within a ambit of laws. The catch in this responsibility is to take care of the both universal law or the domestic and regional laws. Now, legal responsibilities, definitely the company have to follow all the rules and regulation which is conducted by the Business Act, right? Then the ethical responsibilities, a company should have be ethical in its operation. There should be many aspects of the importance of it. The ethical of the operation, respecting to the code of conduct, respecting issues of human rights, working against offense like child labor, etc. See, these all are the ethical things. Now, these all are the things which the companies should also have to follow. Ethical means what? It's a kind of code of conduct, right? It's a kind of human rights, and the human rights for the benefit of the human, which is being governed by the Indian Companies Act, right? For the formulation of the good working condition for the employees, right? Those who are working in the organization. Now, ethical responsibility has been led for the benefit of the workers, those who are working in the organization for the sake of their growth and increasing the standard of living of them. Okay, so for that reason, this ethical responsibility has been carried by the Indian Companies Act. Now the next one is objective of CSR. what are the main objectives of the CSR that we are going to see? See, the first most important objective is customer care and satisfaction regarding of the type of the product and services offered. Okay, so the customer care is the important factor. Then environmental friendliness. Okay, environmental friendliness is also one of the important factor. Okay, you should have to give a proper environmental friendliness for the working condition. Then the third one is a good and safe working condition. Okay, good and safe working condition is also important factor for the sake of growth and development of the employees, for the sake of growth and development of the companies too. So safe working condition should be there. Okay, I mean to say the employees those are working in the organization, they should not work more than 10 to 50 10 to 12 hours. I mean to say they should have to work with a given stipulated time period only. I mean to say 8 to 9 hours, whatever the time duration will be, because it will be mentally harassment for them if they work more than 10 hours or more than 12 hours. So the healthy working condition should be provided to them. Okay, safe working condition, it is also important for them. Then active participation in community life, they should have a proper and active participation in the community life irrespective of the sectors of operation. These are major objectives of the subsum within CSR. Okay, for example, why see the mining company would give a more importance for the participation in the community life. Okay, encouragement environment of the community for the major decision like relief, rehabilitation, etc. While a services oriented company might focus primarily on customer satisfaction, such as stockholder satisfaction, or we can say the shareholder satisfaction, right? Because shareholders are the person those who are investing in the company, right? And they should get a more return. That is also one motive of the service oriented company, because they are giving more preference to investment. So if you provide a good type of returns to them, definitely there will be more investors, those who actively participate to make an investment in the company. Okay, then CSR tactics. Now, what are the tactics of the CSR? A business CSR can emphasize on the wide variety of tactics for giving away a portion of the company's proceeds to charity to attain the objectives. There are few boards categories of social responsibility that many of the today's businesses are practicing. Okay, now environmental efforts. One primary focus on corporate social responsibility is the environment. Business regardless of size have a large carbon footprint. Any steps they have to take to reduce the footprints can be considered both for the good of the company and the society as a whole. Okay, now ethical labor responsibilities, or we can say the ethical labor practices. Okay, by treating employees fairly and ethically, companies can be demonstrated their corporate social responsibilities. Okay, so these all are the important factors. Now let us discuss about the CSR in India, how the CSR is working in our country. Let us discuss that. The Ministry of the Corporate Affairs has notified in the section 134 of Schedule 8 of the Companies Act 2013, as well as the provision of the company's corporate social responsibility policy rules 2014 to come into effect from 1st April 2014. With effect from 1st April 2014, every company, private company or a public company, which either for the net worth of rupees 500 crores or a turnover of 1000 crores or a net profit of 5 crores, need to spend at least 2% of the average net profit for the immediately preceding 3 financial years on corporate social responsibilities activities. Okay, now the Federation of the Indian Industry Assets, a law should not specify any amount which is spent in CSR activities. This should be left to the decision of the board. Okay, another companies export for the sentiments claiming that making CSR mandatory take away a core principles. Now see, the companies spend education, health, development, and environmental activities to for them to decide. Now see, CSR need to be mandatory from see, lots of people they are saying that CSR should be mandatory for the companies, but lots of people they don't believe that CSR should be mandatory for the company, because most people today are living better lives. than what their forefather did. Okay, if you go to the previously life, you can see there is no resources available, there is no smartphone, there is no companies available. But at this stage, job availability is very easy. I mean to say, yes, definitely there will be a discrimination of the salary, but job availability is anywhere. I mean to say, lots of areas where you can see a job availability. If you go to the urban area, definitely you will find a job. Okay, but definitely there will be a salary issue or income issue, but availability of job is going to be there. But in previous years, we can find out this kind of initiatives are not there. But at this stage, you will find more job availabilities. Okay, so people those who are working in the organization, they are also not facing any kind of difficulties, because lots of, I mean, I'm not saying in each and every certain cases, but up to the mark. I mean to say, if a percentage wise, definitely companies are able to satisfy their needs. I mean to say, whatever they have written in the Companies Act, the companies are really following the rules and regulations, right? Suppose if a company says that you have to work for 5 days in a week, definitely the companies will try to give them work for the 5 days only. If a company says that you have to work for the 6 days, definitely they have to work for the 6 days. So this kind of things is going to be happen. And sometimes the company says that you have to work for the 8 hours, so you will get a workload for the 8 hours only, not more than that. Sometimes in some circumstances it may increase, but not always. Okay, but whenever the the workload is there, whenever the workload is more, at that time uh, they can face a problem of having a more working hours, but not in each and every uh, cases. Okay, so the CSR activities should not be undertaken for the normal course of business, and must be with the respect of any of the activities mentioned in the Schedule 8 of the 2013 Act. Contribution of any political party is not considered to be a CSR activities, and only activities in India could be considered for computing CSR expenditure. Okay, the activities that has been undertaken for the companies to fulfill CSR obligation include eradicating hunger, poverty, malnutrition, promoting preventive healthcare, promoting education, promoting gender equality, setting up homes for women, orphans, and the senior citizens. Measures are reducing inequalities faced by socially and economically uh, backward groups, ensuring an environmental sustainability and ecological balance. Animal welfare, protection of national heritage and art and the culture. Measures for the benefit of armed forces, veterans, war widows, and other dependents. Training to promote rural nationally organized Paralympic and Olympic sports. Contribution of the Prime Minister National Relief Fund or any other fund set up by the central government, and the socio-economical development and relief and welfare for the SC, STs and OBCs, minorities and women. Contribution for the funds provided to technology incapacitated located in the academic institution approved by the central government and the rural development project. So CSR being helpful for the each and every sector. Okay, it is helpful for reducing the inequalities faced by the social society and economical background groups also, right? See, the people those who are comes in the head of SC, STs, I mean to say scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, they are also getting a benefit, right? The people those who are economically backward class, they are also getting a benefit from this CSR, right? The people those who are not able to get a job in urban cities, those who are living in a urban, rural area, they are also getting a higher salaries, higher initiatives. They are also getting a benefit through CSR. So to formulate and monitor the CSR policy of the company, the CSR committee of the board needs to be constituted under the section 134 of the 2013 Act. Required for the CSR committee to consist at least 3 directors, including the independent director. Okay, so they have joined 3 directors for this. The companies can undertake the CSR activities through the registered trust of the society. A company can be established by holding a subsidiary, associate companies, or otherwise providing a company for specific activities which is undertaken which is undertaken the mobilities for the utilization of funds as well as reporting and monitoring mechanism. Okay, so CSR activities and the CSR rules are very much helpful for the company. Okay, for the person those who are not able to satisfy the needs. Okay, so definitely this CSR expenditure for the single company should not be exceed more than 5%. Okay, CSR is beneficial for the workers, most of it, and it is also beneficial for the society. Okay, those who are working in the organization, definitely they are also going to get a gain for this. Okay, now see, these all are the activities that we have discussed about the CSR. Okay, now you also come to know about what are the importance of the CSR. Now CSR hold a very important place in the development scenario of India today, and can create an alternative tool for the sustainable development. Okay, for the sustainable development also CSR plays an important role. Okay, company social responsibility, they plays a very important role, as companies have the great concern with the immediate community and the stockholders. Okay, it can be safely conclude that much of the fate of the society lies in the hand of corporate. Okay, so CSR plays an important role. Okay, CSR is the most beneficial part for the sake of the growth and development of the company. Okay, and it is also being helpful uh, for the people those who are living, those who are working in the particular company, because each and every company, they also have to follow the rules and regulation which is led by the Companies Act. Okay, right. There is more transparency and more accountability in this regard. Okay, those who are following the rules of regulation of the CSR, definitely there will be more transparency and more accountability. I mean, the fraud kind of things cannot be happen in the cases where the CSR is being properly implemented. Okay, now perhaps the most silent argument against mandatory spending of that might be India at a competitive disadvantage in the global marketplace, because CSR also need to do a proper audit work. Okay, audit work is to be done while following the rules and regulation of the companies. So each and every company, they are having certain kind of mandatory rules and regulation which should be followed, and if it is not followed, then the companies are making some kind of fault, or we can say companies not following the ethical rules and regulation which has been led by the Companies Act. Okay, now let us discuss the examples of CSR. Okay, what are the examples of CSR? See, there in the book, they have given near about the companies. Okay, they have written certain things about the companies. Okay, now they have given the three companies name. The first one is Tata Steel Limited. Okay, and the second the case study which they have given in the book, in your book, is the Reliance Industries Limited, and the third one is the Petroleum. Okay, so the three scenarios they have written from your book. Okay, Tata Steel. Okay, Tata Steel companies are the companies which is helpful for the microfinance, education, environmental, health, livelihood, and relief during calamities. Now Tata Steel, they are also doing a lot of social activities as well. Okay, they are also helping a lot of companies for the sake of their development of the society. Okay, now if you see the history of the Tata Steel, Tata Steel is committed to in improving the quality of life of the employees and also for the citizen residing in and around the Tata Steel, which is located in Jamshedpur. Right, in Jamshedpur you can see a big plant of Tata Steel. Okay, and the various locations scattered in the different states of the countries as well as abroad. Even in abroad also you will find a Tata Steel group. Okay, the dual intervention of the workplace and the communities have a far-reaching impact. Okay, these responsibilities, corporate citizens is reinforced by the organization by being a signatory to global compact and expecting that practicing the 10 principles in total, as well as being a member of global business coalition on HIV and AIDS. Okay, so they are giving a more focus on the strengthening for the people those who are affected, the communities which is affected by the AIDS. Okay, they are also helping for such kind of people. Okay, in 1990s, or we can say in early 1990s, when the organization realized that disease has acquired an empathic proportion and accepted the control in the provision and not for the sole responsibility of the government, it decided to respond into the situation to take appropriate initiative to safeguard health and the community and prevent spread of the disease. Okay, so these all are the benefits of the Tata skills, and these all are the important factors of the Tata skill, because Tata Steel are the major groups which provide a good social responsibilities for the people, those who are working in that Tata Steel company, and those who are working in nearby areas of them. So see, as I have given you the example of Jamshedpur, right? Jamshedpur, you can see in Jamshedpur, it is a huge amount of steel workers plant, and the people those who are living near to the Jamshedpur, they are also getting a benefit of it. So both of them are the people those who are getting the benefit of the Tata skill. Now the second one, which is written in your book, is a Reliance Industries. Okay, Reliance Industries. Now Reliance Industries is also providing the help for the microfinance, education, environmental, health, livelihood, community development, child welfare, and infrastructure development. Reliance Industries Limited has emphasis sustainability and a core business strategy, and regards sustainability as a foundation for lasting economical success. After all, sustainability is about of meeting the needs of the present generation without diluting the ability of the future generation to meet their needs. The commitment to sustainability is backed by active initiative on the ground, together with the detailed reporting system with third-party external assurance certification. Okay, so Reliance Industries is also a helpful factor. Now, if you go further, you will find a more helpfulness from the Reliance. Now see, Reliance Foundation, they are also providing a good helpful for the people those who are underprivileged. I mean to say those who are not able to get a two-time food also. So Reliance Industries is also providing a more benefit for that kind of people. Okay. And now even if you see for the people those who are suffered with the disease like tuberculosis, okay, the diseases like HIV/AIDS also, they are also getting a more benefit from the Reliance communities. Okay, Reliance group of communities, they are also providing a more benefit for the people those who are face such kind of disease. Now Reliance Industries, they're also having a very good shares in the sectors like family planning camps, like blood donation drives. They are also, you know, they're also they're also providing such kind of activities for the sake of growth of the people, right? Those are facing a problem of mobile medical services, right? Those who are not able to, you know, get a two-time foods also, they are also Reliance Industries also providing them good services. On October 28, 2006, over 440,000 villagers and the other stockholders located near the Dahej manufacturing division, Gujarat state, got a unique gift of life from the manufacturing facilities. The unique private-public partnership initiative, Dahej Manufacturing Division, in partnership with the state government of Gujarat, adopted the existing PHC, that is called as Public Health Center. Okay, they have adopted this public health center. This is the only nearest public health center located in the vicinity. Okay, the other nearest one of the least is 45 to 50 kilometers away, located in the district Bharuch. Okay, so this kind of help the Reliance Group is providing for the sake of the people those who are living in that particular area. Okay, now you can see there are lots of jobs availabilities also there for the employment. Also, this Tata Steel, this Reliance Group is providing the help. Now, even today also you can see they are coming with new schemes. They are coming with new companies and new benefits also for the sake of the company's growth and development, right? If you see the overall objective of the foundation of this intervention in the Indian societies, and to promote sustainable development for the people through initiative in the field of health, hygiene, and sanitation and education, the Tata Steels has given a good good perspectives for the development purpose. Now we are going to see the next point, that is called as Bharat Petroleum. In Bharat Petroleum is also helping a lot for the people, those people in the field of health, education, infrastructure, economic income generation, vocational guidance, livelihood, and economical conservation. Okay, they are also helping in such a group. Now the objectives of this project is to help the village become socially consciousness, to improve the general health of the villagers, right? It is also helpful to improve the community participation. It is also help to become a life self-relevant. So all these are the important factors. Now the child did not attend any school, or the nutrition status of the child was not very good. I mean to say, it is very poor. There also such kind of problems is also happening. So there are other problems, such as the problem of alcohol abuse against the man, right? The people, those who are addicted with the alcohol. So for the all such kind of problems, the Bharat Petroleum is helpful, to tackle such kind of problems, because Bharat Petroleum is now uh, they are also helpful for the livelihood and the environmental conservation. They are also helpful for the health and education and infrastructure development and the income generation for the people. So the major contribution were required in the area of health education. I mean to say, Bharat Petroleum, they are going to I mean to say, they are giving more focus on the development of health and education, for the making water available for the people those who are living in a rural area, right? Precaution to prevent respiratory illness. These all are the things which is being beneficial for the sake of the people those who are living in the rural area, right? So Bharat Petroleum is helpful for each and every circumstances. They are really helping for they are really helping for each and every factor, each and every development area. Okay, so Bharat Petroleum plays an important role in each and every sector, even for the NGO partner also, research analysis and consultant, for the BPL and IPG term base, which is located in Bhubaneswar and Kurla, headed in Tamil Nadu, right? In that area also, Bharat Petroleum plays an important role, because Bharat Petroleum is also in the gas industry, right? They are also in a position to provide more facilities in the sector of gas. So Bharat Petroleum are the most important factor for the development of the villages, for the development of all the agro-based industries, right? So these three companies are the Indian companies. One is the Tata Steel, second one is the Reliance Industries, and the third one is the Bharat Petroleum. So all these companies are the biggest help providers for the economic development of our country, and also for the corporate social responsibilities as well, because they are the companies those who are helping for the society to upgrade their life, to increase their standard of living. Okay, so all these three companies are the biggest helpful for the sake of the development and the upgrading the economical position of our country. Okay, so I think so from my side I have explained the concept. I don't think so anything is remaining. Okay, we will discuss again the definition of the corporate social responsibility. What do you mean by corporate social responsibility? See, this thing we have discussed, but again I am discussing. It's a continuing commitment by business to contribute the economical development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families, as well as the community and society at large. Okay, what do you mean by corporate social responsibility? It is a continuing commitment by business to contribute the economical development while improving the quality of life of workforce and their families, as well as the communities and the society at large. Okay, so these all are the corporate responsibilities. Okay, so from my side I have finished the 10th chapter. Okay, this is the very important chapter from your exam point of view also. And in this chapter they have really given a very good they have really given a very good examples of the corporate social responsibilities. They have also explained the objectives. Okay, they have also explained the definition, the corporate social responsibilities, objectives, how the corporate social responsibility tactics has been taking place, and in what is the scenario of this corporate social responsibilities in India, right? And they have also given the examples of the corporate social responsibilities by giving a proper three companies name. One is the Tata Steel, second one is the Reliance Industries Communities, Reliance Industries Limited, and the third one is the Bharat Petroleum. Okay, so we have discussed about the corporate social responsibilities. Okay, again, what do you mean by corporate social responsibility? Corporate social responsibility is participation in a common good and contributing towards through the active participation. Okay, it is in a broad view, we can say that corporate social responsibility is that companies have a duties to perform in the society where they function. Okay, based on their literature, corporate social responsibility largely encompasses on four major responsibilities, which are economical, legal, ethical, and philanthropic. Corporate social responsibility may be very, as we can see the definition, it intends to serve the society. Okay, in return of a part as a profit, as a benefit for the society. I mean to say they are more helpful and the more genetic for the development of the benefits and the society benefits and helpful for the development of the societies. Okay, and it is indirectly it is also helpful for the sake of the economic development of the countries as well, because corporate social responsibility tend to help the poor people, the weaker section people, those who are not able to get a two-time foods also. So corporate social responsibilities plays an important role for the sake of their development. Okay, from my side, I think I have explained each and every concept. There is no concept remaining to explain. Okay, so corporate social responsibilities we have seen. Any kind of doubt you have at this stage? I think from my side, I have explained each and everything. I don't think so anything is remaining. Okay, so I have explained the corporate social responsibility, how the corporate social responsibility occurs. I mean to say the examples of the corporate social responsibility, the objectives of the corporate social responsibilities, right? The main objectives of the corporate social responsibility is the environmental friendliness, customer care and satisfaction regards to their type of the product and service offered. Okay, good and safe working condition, active participation in community life. Okay, so all these are the important objectives of the CSR. Okay, CSR responsibilities also we have discussed. Okay, the definition also we have discussed about the corporate social responsibilities. Corporate social responsibility in India, how the corporate social responsibilities is going on, that also we have discussed. The examples of the corporate social responsibilities also I have seen. Okay, we have seen, because by giving the three examples, the three major companies of India, how they are helpful for the sake of the development of our economy. Okay, as we have given the example of Tata Steel Limited, Reliance Industries Limited, and Bharat Petroleum. Okay, Tata Steel, they are helpful for the sake of microfinance, education, environmental health, livelihood, and relief during calamities. Okay, Reliance Industries Limited helpful in the microfinance, education, environmental health, livelihood, community development, child welfare, and infrastructure development. And Bharat Petroleum, they are helpful in the health, education, infrastructure, economic generation, vocational guidance, livelihood, and environmental conservation. Okay, so all these are the parameters. Okay, I think from my side I have explained each and every concept. There is no concept remaining. Okay, so in the next lecture we are going to discuss the next topic, that is called as a corporate governance code. Okay, in that we are going to see the corporate governance code of the organization, economic and operational development. Okay, we are also going to see the misgovernance and corruption. Okay, development of Indian corporate governance, that also we are going to see. We are also going to see the emergence of corporate governance. We are also going to see the some silent features. Okay, we are also going to see the code of ethical conduct. Okay, we are also going to see the investor protection of rights and privilege of the shareholders, management, all these activities we are going to see. Okay, now in this chapter we are also going to see the ethical code of conduct. Okay, code of ethical conduct. In that we are also going to see the investors protection, creditors, employees, institution, investors and bankers, government, community. Okay, and how the failure of the corporate governance occurs, that also we are going to see, and the ethical and the corporate governance, that also we are going to see in the upcoming lectures. So from my side I have did today. We will see in the next week. Okay, thank you and best of luck.